marker in a few seconds. All right.
How do you think we need
Where were we
screen
anyways?
share?
We were on
We
19.
just finished Foo. I think did we place Foo?
We haven't placed it. Oh no, we
We haven't
haven't.
placed it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Okay. Marker 3, 2, 1. All right. Welcome everybody. Actually, let me do that again. 3, 2. Why am I going backwards? 3, 2, 1. So Bank 19, what grade are we giving it? We have Foo Fighters Pro, Bankable, High Speed 2, and Flash Gordon. I think this is an insanely strong bank. Preston, what do you think?
Probably closer to a B, but I know I'm probably low on it in comparison to other people's grades, for sure.
What about you, Joe?
I can see B, but it's strong B, if not low A.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bump us up to an A here.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. So,
just because of comparing it to other ones, I think we've got a good contender here for an A. I know you have some thoughts on High Speed too, but I think Foo Fighters, Flash Gordon,
I know I'm in the minority on that game, so yeah, no worries.
All right, so now we're gonna go to Bank 20, just 6 left. We've got Group 20, sponsored by Pinball Expo 25 in Chicago, Illinois. Labyrinth Snow Derby. Wow, I've never seen Snow Derby. Victory and 8 Ball. Shout out to Conrad for hooking me up with strategies on Victory at Indisc. Joe, what do you think about Group 20?
Group 20. So Labyrinth was in last year, and
Did they take it
I
out?
don't believe it. They didn't make it because I think when people would tilt out,
Yeah.
it would freeze the game. So I understand that it's been kind of addressed already in code. But I mean, Labyrinth I think is fine. I do enjoy playing it. Yeah, taken out for software bugs. Yep, those have been fixed. Thanks, Scout. Yeah, I think it's fine. I do enjoy it as a game. It was, so we got to see it played at a high level, and there were no issues. Snow Derby, I'm not very familiar with.
Looks cool.
It's
yeah, cool.
Bristol Hills, if you've played that one.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Now it was at Expo Classics one year. It's the only time I saw it. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. Victory we saw at Indisc also in Indisc Classics. I wish I knew the shots better, but it seems you're just going through. Is it like checkpoints, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And then 8 Ball. I mean, I do like 8 Ball, so
yeah.
I think it's a fine bank.
Saw some really good games of 8 Ball at Sweeper City, right? Pretty sure was that. Yeah. Was that? Yeah. I feel like I saw that.
Yeah. It's brutal. I mean, like the amount of score I did scorekeeping for like 2 hours. The amount of scores with like 25K or lower was a lot.
Yeah.
It was definitely not easy. Yeah, this is a bank that, like, in terms of titles, I'm actually a pretty big fan of. I am a huge proponent of Victory, so I think the rules on that game are very good. I think the checkpoint feature is like just playing hurry ups the entire game. I like playing fast in general, so like being able to just continually play hurry ups is pretty fun in my mind. The EM is fine. 8 Ball and its surface, like 8 Ball and Labyrinth on surface, like I'm fans of the game. I just think that this is a bank that, again, is going to be very difficult. It's a very drainy bank. I remember the Labyrinth last year was incredibly difficult. I almost hope they kind of pull back on that a little bit because I think Labyrinth is actually like a very, very strong tournament game. So hoping to see that, but overall, like I'm a fan of the bank, but at the same time, I think this bank is going to eat up a lot of people. So
yeah, this looks like a very tough bank. I think Victory and 8 Ball are the clear stars here. I'm gonna give this a C just because of my personal distaste for how Labyrinth has played in tournaments for me. I don't know anything about what the hell was it called? Snow Derby. But Victory and Apo I like a lot. I just don't think it's enough of a B for me. Preston, where are you putting this?
In terms of just like face value of the games, I'm an A, but probably on like playability a B.
Yo?
I like B for this bank. I would not be mad if I drew this one.
Yeah, we'll put it in B. I can see why you guys have. We still only
Yeah.
have one S
I could
tier.
see this being dropped to F for
Yeah.
people after the weekend. So
We still only
or
have
S. It could go
one
both
S.
ways. So yeah.
Yeah.
We only have one S tier still, but we got a lot of A's, which and a lot of B's, which I think is pretty fair. So let's continue on. We got 5 more banks. Group 21, presented by Pin Shades and Pin Steps. Elevate your game. 007 Pro, World Fair, The Who's Tommy, and Firepower. Preston, impressions, thoughts.
World Fair might be one of the worst games ever made. So, but it's the EM, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Tommy, I think, is a strong game. I've come around on that one a lot. Firepower, I also like. Although playing Jason on that, like I played a multi-ball, or I played more like a spinner strat on that and got the multi-ball and still lost the game. I had no idea it was like triple counting in lanes and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
For the right
So
for the right
that was
shots.
shocking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because his score went up like really, really quickly. I'm like, what happened? But I do like Firepower as a game. 007, I've been. It's one of those games where like I go through phases, and right now I've been like, yeah, like super grindy game, like not really feeling it. But I think it is a very kinetically satisfactory game that has good tournament rules. So happy to see that as my modern if I'm playing. Overall, I think the bank is really strong. World's Fair is just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're like, yeah, these 3 games are great. So like, throw that World's Fair into this bank. So yeah.
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I think I have to agree with that. I did play the Bond last year. I thought I played super fair. I don't think I played the other two. I don't remember if Who's Tommy was in. I think it was, but
Yeah, it was
and
a
then
bank I played 4 times. So,
oh my
Oh.
god. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
You're sick of it.
nice.
Yeah.
World Fair, yeah, I agree. It sucks. Total luck box, and then yeah, Firepower's fine.
Yeah, it was fun to watch on the last episode. Zoller talk about it. That chat strats is really interesting. I hope we get some practice time on because I want to see if it's viable on this copy. Tommy's Tommy. It played very well. I don't think it was unfair at all. And I played Bond too. I thought that was very fair. Joe, what's your grade on this bank? Where are you putting it here?
I like B. I think B is good. I feel like World Fair kind of pulls it down a little bit.
What about you,
Otherwise,
Preston?
it's a fine bank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just not going to punish it for the EM, I guess, even though it is really bad. I just expect the EM to be bad in most cases. So
Yeah.
I'll say low A, I guess.
All right. I think I'm gonna agree with Joe and put it in the B. I don't think it's stronger than some of the A titles we have, A groups. So I think it's right here. I World Fair is pretty bad. And I'm not as high on Tommy as others may be. It played okay. It's just maybe because I played it 4 times out of 10 groups, and I kind of got sick of it. So let's leave it
Yeah,
at
it's a monotonous game to be fair. So
it is.
I
It's
can definitely
exciting
see
when,
that.
you give you a pity multi-ball at the end. You still have to hit the shot, but like, I
Right.
don't know. I don't look forward to it. The Sanctum, Group 22. Woo, look at this group. Deadpool Pro, Monaco, Roller Games, and Black Hole. Joe, what are your first thoughts looking at this one?
Oh man. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, Deadpool is good. I don't think he was in last year, so I'm curious how it's going to be set up. Assuming Snicked is unhittable or turned off, so just kind of have to play the game without
That's a
that.
good point.
Roller Games, I believe, was in, but I don't think I played it. I maybe played it in the Strikes tournament, I think, and then I played it that one time and then didn't play it again the weekend. I'm not the biggest Black Hole fan. I mean, it is a really cool game. But I just don't enjoy playing it. And then Monaco, I think I did play Monaco last year. I think it was in the Willy Wonka Bank, if I recall correctly.
On the back wall, yep.
Yeah, or maybe it was the TNA Bank, but I did play it and it played great. So.
Preston.
Yeah, I agree. Monaco's actually really cool from what I played, and the spinner was absolutely like insane on it.
Yeah.
I remember. So I'm cool with that game. The rest of the bank leaves a lot to be desired, I would say. I'm not as high on Deadpool as a lot of people are, especially if the SNCC rules are on. I think the Playfield X rules on Deadpool are very weak, I will say, and overpowered. Especially like the more you hit that, the less it becomes viable for other people in your group technically, which is just odd to me. So if it's off, like it's a fine modern, I would say. But if it's on, I'm not a fan at all. Black Hole and sorry, what was the other game?
It's Monaco and Roller Games.
Roller Games, yeah. Black Hole and Roller Games, yeah. I'm not. I'm a big time hater of both of those games, to be honest. I know that people really like roller games, so I'm sorry, but that is not a game that I look forward to playing at all. So,
yeah, when this bank got revealed in the discords, people were like, "Wow, this is the bank." But honestly, the strongest.
Really? Oh wow! I didn't realize it got
Who said that?
The strongest, I remember when it got, if you think it was in Ray Day's Discord, people were loving it. But I got to tell you, the strongest one here is Monaco for me. I had such a good time.
Completely agree.
And this was, no, this wasn't. This was I got this bank twice, but man, I love me some Monaco. Black Hole, I don't know. It's fine. Roller Games is fun. I enjoy roller games. I enjoy Deadpool, but I think the thing with Deadpool is what is turned on and what is turned off. I really hope there's a small ball save because it can get brutal. I think this is for me. I'm gonna give it a C. Preston, what do you think?
C.
Joe?
I like C2.
Yeah, I think so too. I was surprised at the love this bank got when it was announced. I get the Deadpool, but really it's just Monaco for me. I know there's roller games love out there in chat, and I get it, but it's not one I'm like anxious to play. There's on this list we've got so many other stronger titles. So
yeah,
Bank 23, Pittsburgh Arcade Collective. We got Venom Pro, drop a card, F14, and Sea Witch. Being a Venom owner, you can see it right there behind me. A little bias. I love Venom. I understand the qualms about it, especially the pro, when the tagline is choose your host, change the game, and you can't do it on the pro. But it's very fast, and I think it's a brutal tournament pin and a good one to add only because of how hard it makes or how much faster it might make the average play time. So I'm glad to see it there, just because also I know it more. Drop a card, I enjoy. I've said that word too many times. Drop a card is fine. F14 Tomcat is a quintessential tournament pin for me, just like in the vein of Harlem. I love the options there. It'll be interesting to see what rules are active as far as the right orbit, whether or not it's going to spot a letter. And Sea Witch is the better version of this layout over Beatles. I I get a kick out of watching people blow up Sea Witch, and if I'm lucky,
Uh-oh.
and if I get a lucky enough or good enough game on it, I feel solid about myself. So, Joe, thoughts on Group 23?
Yeah. I don't know if drop a card's that good, dude. I think it might be on the lower end of the EMs. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I played that game, but looking at the playfield, it doesn't look great. Mini flippers and then only slings on the sides. Venom, I know it's one of your kind of favorite games, but for tournaments, I mean, I guess it's fine for tournaments. I'm personally not a fan. I feel like you need to kind of do the thing very and execute it like very well in order to have a good score. And if you fuck it up, then
Yeah, there's very little room
it's
for error on it.
yeah, it's not good. And then the other two games, F-14 Tomcat's great, classic, and then Sea Witch is good too. Good for a solid state in this bank, but I'm not the biggest fan of the other two games.
Preston.
I saw your face kind of drop though when he said that Beatles was the worst layout. So I thought you might fire him on that. But I actually think Venom has now that I've gotten like a lot more time with it. I used to be like a very notorious like Venom hater, but I think as a tournament game, I think there's a lot of like diverting you can do like ball to ball that's pretty interesting. Obviously, like you want like the perfect stack. But I think there are some unique like strategies you can play based on setup and everything like that. So I actually do think it's a solid modern in terms of I guess moderns in general. F-14 is actually my least favorite game in this bank. Not I'm not the biggest fan. I know it's a one-shot game. I've just never been comfortable on it, so it's very much a me thing. I actually think the game's fine, but I don't like playing it. Sea Witch I think is a really strong older solid state though, so I think that's like way more controllable than a lot of the games we've seen in that category. So I'm a big fan of that. Drop a card's right in the middle for me. So overall, like bank's fine, and like if F-14 is my biggest worry, then so be it. Like I'll take that.
Awesome. So let's give some grades here. Preston, I'll let you go first.
This is like high B to me, I think.
Joe?
Mm. Uh, this might just be personal opinion, but it would be a C for me. But I can see a B grade being okay.
Yeah, I think the inclusion of F-14 and Sea Witch make it a B for me. I'm trying to get out of I think you're spot on, Joe. If you don't do the things perfectly on Venom, you're just getting punished. It's so side to side, and there is, 6 shots to get your little mini first row on the mini grid um, complete, and then you're also, are you choosing Eddie to get the 2 free locks, or are you going with Agent Venom to get the add ball because you're going to get into multi ball? It's brutal. I'm going to give it a B. Let's give it a B. I'll let my bias overrule this one, but I can see why it's a C, just because if the only two really strong titles for me are F-14 and Sea Witch, I can see compared to the other ones why it might be a C, especially looking at like Group 12 with Mousing Around and Barracuda being strong versus Mando and Lady Luck. It kind of reminds me of that. All right, 2 left. Let's get to Bank 24. Dune CE, Centigrade 37, Funhouse, and Joker Poker, sponsored by Papa 22, the lovely Interium location. Joe, looking at this, what do you see?
I would say if I wish I had played Dune before. I've never played it, so I think it's pretty cool. I guess that they've added a new, Barrels of Fun game here. Um, but I think the rest of the bank is very strong. Uh, Joker Poker, I think is a great game. Has a really good rule set. Funhouse is another kind of classic, classic tournament game layout. I think I enjoy playing it. Centigrade 37, it's got that waterfall on the side. It's fine for an EM, I think.
It's fine.
And then Dune, I mean, I did watch, Carl's last gameplay video from like 2 weeks ago, just kind of to familiarize myself with it. But I'm gonna either make time to find one. I know Vellum Fermentation has one on the maybe 20-30 minutes away from the Resonine. So hopefully we can get some time in on that if not the one at oh, they don't have one. Okay, never mind. Thanks, Scout.
Thank you.
I'm sure there's one on location. Oh wow, okay. That's the one, huh?
All right, Preston, what are you thinking?
I agree with like everything that was said almost. So, Funhouse and Joker Poker, I think I'm very happy to see those. I think Joker Poker is really, really good. I think Funhouse is pretty good. So, like, very happy if I were to get drawn on that. Centigrade 37, I actually think is one of the best EMs in terms of like the 25 that are listed. I think you can control that game decently well, and you can kind of shats back over from the right flipper and just keep shooting toward, I guess, that waterfall and everything. Obviously, trying to hit the saucer. So I actually would be totally fine with that being an EM or the EM that I would have. I'm always going to have a problem. And again, like I said, I'm a big fan of Labyrinth, so like this is no shot at barrels of fun. I'm always going to have a problem with a game that is very recently released being in high stakes tournaments like this. So I don't like Dune's inclusion personally. I think access should be considered almost sometimes with this kind of thing. Like they're just rolling off the line, and like we don't even know what problems might exist yet. So not a fan of that. I think there's a lot of moderns that you could pick to put in its place, and I think that would have been fine. And Labyrinth could be a star this year, honestly, with how good that code is now. So
Yeah, 100% agree. I don't think there's a lot to disagree with there. I think including Dune is a great novelty, but it's too new, and there's very little access for. I think maybe the thought is not everybody has access, so it's fair for everybody. But what 100 have gone off the line, so there's a few people that are going to have that inherent advantage. But you could say that I guess about any pin that people don't haven't played before. But with the newer ones, it's more pronounced. Um, Preston, what do you think for the second to last group?
you have a hard time with this one.
Yeah,
Probably a B, just because I think the modern brings it down a lot. So I think if it was a different modern, it like had the upward trajectory of being like even an S if it was a really good modern. So
yeah. Joe?
Yeah, I think I agree. I mean, the three other games are very strong,
Yeah.
but Dune is such a wild card that it's hard to kind of put in the A tier, not knowing how it's how it's gonna perform.
I feel like this is a C for me, but I don't think that's fair to it. I think I agree. B is the move for this one, and there's our bell curve. That's hilarious.
yeah, I was gonna say we're doing pretty well on that,
All
that
right.
side of it.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure it's a fun pin. It's just this is a world a major, and again, I understand the reason for include. You got 25 banks, and you got to have moderns. But when you're pulling from like AFM and Circus Voltaire, in my head, pull. Maybe people will disagree. Pull Medieval Madness and put it in its place. But let's finish with this last one. Color DMD Group 25. Iron Man, Doodlebug, the lovable Doodlebug, Terminator 2, Stellar Wars. Preston, I will let you lead this one.
I think this is maybe it's definitely in the bottom 4 banks of the 25, I would say. So you could probably already guess my grade. I think Iron Man is Iron Man's a good game. It is a very, very difficult game, though, and so like having that as your modern is already rough. Doodlebug is, I mean,
Did you
I
just get
get the
scarred?
novelty. No, I mean I just get the novelty, but like playing it in tournament is just a whole nother like thing, and it's miserable if I'm being honest, like in my opinion. Um, and I've seen a lot of misery just watching streams, so it hasn't been just me. Like I like pinball at the lab. I remember a couple years back. I think like I didn't look like anyone was having fun on it. T2 is also like just kind of a rough game. I don't like the rules on that game. I think it's a very bare pin with a bad layout. I've always been more of a hater of T2 than the general public. I'm sorry. And then the Stellar one I heard was horrible last year. Like I'm not gonna lie, and it's that game also does not have good rules at all. Like you can't change the upper lanes; they matter a lot. It takes forever to light the spinners because it's like the 3 drops 3 times. I, yeah, I'm just like good luck if you get this bank. I'm sorry. I imagine it's gonna be incredibly difficult. So yeah.
This is a tough bank, Joe. What are your thoughts on its difficulty?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I remember playing this copy of Stellar Wars last year. It's, a nightmare. I mean, not because it was like particularly set up difficult, but it is a difficult game, I think. And maybe it was set up difficult as well. I remember the Aliens being very hungry. The way that the Aliens are positioned is like kind of like a slope of a triangle, just going outwards into the outlanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man, obviously, yeah, is very difficult already. Doodlebug, I did play, and someone I think got the 10K doodle going and rolled.
Wait,
And
what?
Yeah, it was nutty, and I don't
That's
think anyone else.
incredible.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else like sniffed like 50,000 points. And then yeah, Terminator. I think I agree too. It's a pretty brutal tournament game.
Yeah, I like
Can't
T3
be.
more, just to like give you an idea of how much I don't like T2.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I love me some Iron Man, but it's not enough to save this bank. Joe, what are you grading this?
I'm putting this in the F tier.
Preston.
If I get this game once, I'll cry.
Yeah.
If I get it more than once, that's like that might ruin my day.
On this, and it's at. I think it's not completely fair to the games in the bank. I think at face value they're slightly better than an F, but I like in terms of the hard tournament setup, like have fun. F.
F it is. I was gonna give it a C, but your two Fs will override that. Just because I think Iron Man is strong enough to carry it. I think it's up there with, for me, with quintessential tournament pins as far as a good balance of difficulty versus fairness. I think of Paragon, Harlem, all that stuff. But I can see why you guys gave it an F.
I would say this bank would be able to move in my chart if I like tried out the games and like they played easier than I thought they would.
So what I'm going to do now, thank you guys for sticking with me and going through all 25. We're going to read off from bottom to top our rankings. So if you want to, if you're listening to this, thank you for skipping ahead to the end. For our F tiers, we've got Group 3, Group 4, Group 10, and Group 25. That's Transformers, Old Chicago, Lethal Weapon 3, and Incredible Hulk for Group 3. Group 4 is Sopranos, High Hand, Hollywood Heat, Black Knight. Group 10 is Ninja Eclipse, Spanish Eyes, Swords of Fury, Dragon. Group 25, Iron Man, Doodlebug, Terminator 2, and Stellar Wars. Our C tier groups, Group 2, Circus Voltaire, King of Diamonds, Roadshow, Super Orbit. Group 5, Dungeons and Dragons Pro, Freakout, Taxi, Matahari. Group 8, Family Guy, Aquarius, High Speed, Quicksilver. Group 12, Mando Pro, Lady Luck, Mousing Around Barracora. Group 22, Deadpool Pro, Monaco, Roller Games, and Black Hole. Going a little higher, our B tier, Star Wars is Group 7, Star Wars Pro, Jack in the Box, Addams Family, Harlem Globetrotters. Group 14 is Willy Wonka, Surf Champ, Indy 500 Stars. Group 15, Rush Pro 2001, Genesis, and Gorgar. Group 16, Avatar, High Deal, Black Rose, Flight 2000. Group 18, John Wick Premium, Little Chief, Transporter, Power Play. Group 20, Labyrinth, Snow Derby, Victory, 8 Ball. Group 21, 007 Pro, World Fair, The Who's Tommy, Firepower. Group 23, Venom Pro, Drop a Card, F14 Tomcat, and Sea Witch. Group 24, Dune CE, Centigrade 37, Funhouse, and Joker Poker. And then we have our next to or near perfect A tier. Group 6, Spider-Man, Blue Chip, Pinbot, Paragon. Group 9, Cactus Canyon Remake, Target Pool, Doctor Who, Alien Poker. Group 11, King Kong Pro, Mini Zag, Robocop, and Mystic. Group 13, AC/DC Premium, Volley, Laser War, Mars God of War. Group 17, Avengers, Infinity Quest Pro, Star Wars, Aladdin's Castle, Big Game. Group 19, Foo Fighters Pro, Bankable, High Speed 2, and Flash Gordon. And our 1-8 S tier group is group number 1, which consists of, let's give it the big winner. It is Attack from Mars, Starpool, Whitewater, and Frontier. Are there any banks now that we've gone through this that you would want to move, or are you kind of good with where they're at?
I would drop the 1S to an A personally, but I would understand. It definitely did blow me away when I heard it again. I'm like, yeah.
Are there any of the A's you would move to S?
No.
So we have no S.
I might agree. I might agree with Preston. I don't know if that. I mean, it is a good bank, but I don't know that it stands above the rest. I don't know.
I mean, are you two saying drop it to A?
And there's just no S tier banks.
You can have that. You don't have.
That's always possibly a thing, you know. It's,
all right.
It's not.
I'm gonna leave.
Every bank does have an EF, you know, and it's not like Volleys with 3 perfect games. So
yeah, that's true. I'm gonna leave it there. I think a strong argument could be made to put it in the.
I'll be expecting that perfect round when you get drawn on it.
Yeah,
I'll be watching.
Watch me get four last place.
No.
But
thank
you all for listening and watching. Sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. OBS just kind of quit. Preston, thank you so much for joining us. This was a blast. Appreciate your knowledge.
Thanks for having me. So I'm a big fan of the podcast. I thought having a competitive pinball podcast was definitely needed in the space. So I've definitely enjoyed what you guys have done here and was thrilled to be on. So thank you.
You're always welcome. Joe, thank you again. And as far as that's concerned, we'll see everybody at Pinburgh. Thank you to everybody helping out, volunteering, scorekeeping, commentating, TDing, and repairs. It's going to be an awesome, awesome weekend. Don't forget the Beast after that, NWPC, Papa 22. And as always, play more pinball. Peace, love, and pinball, Peace, love, and pinball, everybody.